I have no idea if this is going to work, but wish me luck. This is not a how-to. Oh my goodness, it is so chunky.
We're Ben and Emily, and we've just bought a long wheelbase Mercedes Vario, which will be turning into our new home. After a lifetime of off-grid living in various boats and vehicles and having kitted out 7 vans between us over the years, we're aiming for our most ambitious build yet.
This week I'm on my own for the van build, so let's see how this goes. Hi guys, I am back at the build camp. Benny is away for a few days, so I've got a bit of a solo build going on. Today I want to get some of the ply in for the lower part of the back of the van. That's going to be like our sort of boot area. Once I've done the ply, I am going to start on the wiring. It'll just be so nice to get some walls in. I just can't wait for this van to start feeling like an actual livable space. So this is the ply I went and got yesterday. We're using 9mm on the walls, and we've got some more 5mm for the bathroom wall because there's going to be nothing, it's not going to be like a weight bearing wall. So I have to use an umbrella to like unhook this bit so I can open the door. I'm not sure if I should light the fire or not. It's really cold in here, but it is going to get really warm today, so I'm not sure it's worth wasting the wood. So we haven't been in here for a couple of days because we've just been editing videos, so yeah, it's sort of strange when you come back in here, you remember everything you've done. So yeah, obviously the last thing we did, which you'll have seen in last week's video, was we sorted the bulkhead out. So we have glued that with that incredibly strong glue that can hold up to like 400 kilograms. I did put a bunch of screws in the bulkhead as well, just to hold it properly, because there was some places we couldn't use the clamps to hold it while the glue set. So I am going to be taking those screws out and like filling them because they are an absolute eyesore. I know that before I show you. I'm going to take all these off now. I'll do that in a sec, but yeah, these screws don't look good, I know that. But this is just primer paint at the moment. We are going to be painting this a different colour. I'm thinking maybe sort of bright colours, maybe like a murally kind of thing. Let us know what you think. I guess it'll be sort of like a feature wall, because it's going to be the most visible wall in the van. That's stuck to the wall. That shouldn't be stuck to the wall. Oh no. Some must have squeezed out. Okay, it's not too bad. It's only a tiny bit, but that is so solid. It's brilliant. Let's see if this one's stuck as well. Oh no. I should have thought about that. So we'll end up making a frame for this. But first, I need to make some space. I need to clear all this stuff out. So I just wanted to get the ply in here to just have a look. I find it easier to sort of actually see things and visualise it rather than like just numbers. I'm going to get this back outside and cut that. I measured up the wheel arch, made a little template, and I've now cut that out, so let's see if it fits. It's quite high up, this van. Does it fit? Whoa! Oh my goodness, that is this is probably one of the neatest things I've ever cut out. Oh, that's pretty impressive for me. Excellent. Okay, so I've just got these self-tapping screws and I am going to drill because it's going straight into metal, so I think that might be better. I'm quite enjoying doing these things on my own, but it's quite strange Benny not being here. I'm enjoying the opportunity to show to myself that I can do these things. I know there's nothing complicated going on, but I think, you know, he usually does the things with like the big pieces of wood and I sort of do the smaller, easier bits just because he's stronger and, you know, but I have kitted out vans on my own in the past, so I know I can do it. I think when you're with someone for a very long time, you can kind of forget what you're able to do. So yeah, it's pretty nice, I suppose. I know this isn't groundbreaking stuff, guys. Okay, I've screwed the ply temporarily up. I'm going to attempt to draw through this hole and make a mark on the other side so that I can figure out where to cut it. I'm gonna just try and keep this really straight. I have realised I don't actually need the hole to be that shape because that is never gonna poke through that ply. So those two holes are where the cables come out. I do want to be able to access, obviously need to access the back of this. So what I'm going to do is just create like a hatch so that we can get to it when we need. And then I'm going to do this, I'm basically going to shove this pen in the back of the water thing, make a little mark, and then just make like a hole that's big enough for the hose to come through the wall into the tank. I have now fitted the electric hookup properly, siliconed that all in, screwed that all in. I think that's quite a neat job actually, quite happy with that. And I've insulated all behind where these holes are. It's just time to see if it all fits. And then I'm going to have to take it out again because I want to varnish the back of this ply, just treat it. Let's just give this a go. Oh yeah, happy with that. Perfect, that's our water inlet. So there's space for the tube to come down, that's why it's not a proper circle. Oh, I forgot to cut that off. Okay, that's one coat of varnish on the back of that piece of ply. I don't even know if it's really necessary to do it at all, but I like the idea of it being kind of treated on the back where you can't get to it, just in case there is any moisture. Next step is to cut the other piece of ply for the other side. Good morning, folks. Let's just get in the van. So it's been raining this morning and I realised that we haven't installed the chimney properly. In last week's episode you'll have seen us putting the wood burner in, but I forgot that we haven't sealed the flashing properly, which means it's not watertight. The reason we haven't done that yet is because, as you saw, the chimney was a bit long. So we need to cut it. I've just got here, like I say, it's just been raining, but it wasn't raining too hard or for too long. But I've looked at the forecast and it is supposed to be really, really heavy all day tomorrow. So I need to get this chimney sorted. I don't have an angle grinder. I don't like angle grinders. What I do have is a multi-tool with metal cutters. I have no idea if this is going to work, but wish me luck. And if it doesn't work, I guess I'm just going to have to put something over the roof and tape it on and just not use the wood burner. Let's go see if I can cut this chimney with my multi-tool. It's like blue and black sky. I hope it gets more blue. Right, got my earplugs in, got my goggles on. Probably should wear a mask as well, shouldn't I? It is cutting it. I reckon it's going to work, but I think it's just going to take some time. It worked! It worked! Okay, so this is the stuff I have got. The reason I've got it is because little Lenny, the wood burner in Ronnie, needs a little bit of a touch up. He's Had a lot of stuff cooked on him and been through a lot, so we've got that to freshen him up at some point. But I'm really glad I've got it because this is going to be perfect for that. I have also just filed this down so it's a little bit smoother. Oh, do you know what? I'm actually going to go get the paintbrush and the paint because we didn't paint this yet. Because we didn't know whether we should use the Hammerite or not. But thinking about it, the best thing to use is probably going to be that stove paint, isn't it? You know what? I'm going to climb down and do it from the inside, so I can make sure it's definitely in properly before I silicone. So this is the silicone I have. It is heat resistant up to 315 degrees or 600 Fahrenheit. It started raining. Okay. Okay folks, it ain't pretty. I do not like using black silicone, but that is the neatest I could make it. This actually needs like bolting on, but we're just gonna put it in like that for now because we're not driving anywhere. So yeah, done, sorted. We've got a bit of wind swept out there. That is so much better, slightly less comical. So yeah, really happy with that. I'm very glad that that is done. So I am now going to put that piece of ply in place, screw that in place, and then I'm going to get on with the wiring. It is time to attempt to put some wires up for the ceiling lights, and I think maybe for the fans as well. I have never done anything like this before. My wiring in vans has always been incredibly simple. You'll have to excuse the Crocs and socks, guys. Crocs are great because I can jump in and out of the van. I don't have to put my boots on. So yeah, I've done quite a bit of research. I've watched a few videos. This is not a how-to, okay? But I have got some 2-core flexible cable. It is 1.5mm. I've no idea if I've got enough wire here. This is 25 meters. I'm just gonna try and figure this out, and then I will show you our lithium battery, which I'm very excited about, and talk through a little bit about our power setup that we're gonna have in here. Okay, I have spent the last few hours trying to figure this out. I've never done anything like this before, so it's kind of testing my little brain cells in there. I have routed out where the wires are just for the ceiling lights for now, and I'm pretty much out of cable. So I've done 3 sets of lights, and that's nearly taken 25 meters of cable, which is pretty incredible. I've left loops for where the lights are going to be and for where the switch is. The idea is that the ceiling is going to all be clad with like a tongue and groove, and hopefully down to this point as well. But we just need to see if that is going to work. But that is the plan. And then all of these are going like inside cupboards. And obviously there's going to be a lot more lighting other than just that, but I just wanted to get going by starting on the ceiling lights. Okay folks, it is raining. It has started raining so heavily, and yeah, it's got pretty chilly. As you can see, I have done some wiring. I'm not sure if it's in exactly the right place, and it's kind of hard to know when the bed isn't built yet. So I think what we actually really need to do is just get more of the lining up, build the bed, maybe even start building the shower cubicle, and then we'll have somewhere to like route the wires around. But this is our new battery. So 12 Volt Planet have been kind enough to send us a 460 amp hour lithium battery. I'm going to open it up now. I don't know how I got it in the van just then. It was out in the awning and I managed to like lever it up with the workbench and stuff, because it is quite a heavy one. It's a chunky battery. I think that 460 amp hours should suffice for our setup. We are going to be using quite a lot of power, obviously, because we've got our laptops, you know, we're editing all the time, Benny's got his music, then we're having a bigger fridge, you know, we do need a decent bit of power. We're going to have 555 watts of solar on the roof, and this battery should be perfect. So it's a Fogstar Drift battery. What have we got here? We've got a cool little sticker, put that somewhere. I'm not sure what they are, but they look important, so best keep those. The user manual, and some kind of scented dangly thing. Oh my goodness, it is so chunky. That is brilliant. My goodness. Oh, it's got like good handles. Oh, look at that. Amazing. So yeah, this battery has a built-in heater. It's also got Bluetooth integrated as well, so it will connect to an app on your phone so you can see what the levels are of it and all that kind of cool stuff. So 12 Volt Planet, which is where we got this from, is an awesome company. They have everything and anything that you need for like electrical side of things for your van or camper fit out. They do also do like heating and stuff like that, so I think we're going to be getting our Truma combi boiler from there as well. But yeah, they have a wide selection of things, from fuses, like I say, water heaters, batteries, all of your wiring, all of that kind of thing. So if you are building a camper, or if you're just upgrading some things, if you want to upgrade some stuff in your camper, definitely go check out 12 Volt Planet. They've been super helpful. They also have a knowledge centre and how-to videos on their website as well. So I'm going to be taking advantage of that knowledge centre and how-to videos, because now we're moving on to wiring and the heating and stuff. Yeah, I think we're going to need some help, big time. So that is going to go there, all of our electrics are going to go there. We will put the link in the description for 12 Volt Planet. Go check them out. Also, we will be talking more about this at another point when we are more sort of setting everything up properly. This is just kind of to get it out of the awning and get it in here and get stuff started to be positioned. And because I just really wanted to have a look at it. Thank you 12 Volt Planet for partnering with us on this video. It is absolutely hammering it down. I'm not really sure what I can do next, but Benny is back tomorrow and I think we are going to start cladding the ceiling, which is very exciting to me. He's back!
Hello, so I'm back. It's probably time to get on with it. Do some cladding. So yeah, we're going to measure up the cladding today. We've got the wood burner on, it's been raining and a bit windy, so we've made it cosy in here, ready to go for us. But we're just going to take it out of the packet and just line it up and see how it's looking, because we've got to cut it. We haven't fully decided where we're going to cut it yet to sort of stagger the pattern as it goes across the ceiling. We've also got the cables to take into account and the position of all these ceiling.
Should be fun.
And skylights. Yeah, so I think we should get our Stanley knife, cut this pack open and have a look.
Cool. Time for some maths, I think.
Yeah, big maths.
What's that looking like?
It's all good.
Oh, it's going to look so nice.
It's just these spikes that we got are sticking through and they're actually in the way.
Okay, so we need to cut all these off. Okay, so what we've decided to do is varnish the backs of the wood first, because we need to let that dry and we could really do with doing 2 coats on it. And another thing I need to do is I forgot to put a batten at the front near the bulkhead, so there's actually nothing for the tongue and groove to attach to at the front. Right, so we've done 2 coats of varnish on the cladding that's going to go up on some of it. We've not varnished it all because we haven't got enough space to varnish it all and let it dry. And we've been sorting out the wiring so that it fits within the insulation. Some of it has to go behind the wood, otherwise the wires would be literally going across the ceiling, but all the other wires will be in cupboards. So Benny's been doing some amazing stuff.
just been carving like a crevice in the insulation so that it'll sit under the cladding. We've got some twist there where there's going to be a light. And then it's going to pass around the frame of the Max Air fan. I'm going to put a hole there, and then it's going to pass over there and come up to here where there's a light.
Yay.
And then, yeah, and then we can put a bit of wood up then, once we've done that.
We do still need to do the wiring for the fans.
Yeah, we need to do the
But that's going to come up the side of the bed, into a cupboard, along the wall, probably a gap along here somewhere we can put it, and then we can wire it in.
So it's a bit of a shame to have to cut our handiwork with the insulation, but needs to be done.
It's all good. It's better than it being behind it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Maximum insulation with the cables embedded.
We've got the fire raging. Benny has just tried multi-tooling these little spikes off that are from... They'd like to hold the insulation on the ceiling, so they stick to the roof and then they like hold the insulation in place. But because they aren't very long, you can't bend them out. You're supposed to be able to bend the metal, the rest of the metal over that sticks out. Because they're not very long, you can't do that. And it was like going to take probably about 20 minutes per spike. So we're just going to like hammer them into the insulation. It's not really going to make much of a difference. Right, what's next, Benny? After doing that.
Same for this one.
And all of the others. Oh, so many.
The varnish has had 2 coats and it's dry. It dries really fast, this varnish. So we're going to put a few pieces of wood up, see how it's looking and how we get on.
And we're going to paint it afterwards, aren't we?
Yeah. Well,
just
we're
because
painting it or varnishing it or what?
Yeah.
We've not decided yet, so.
What do you think, guys? Should we have white ceiling or natural? I guess it's like pine. I think white, personally. But it is quite nice wood, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. Okay.
We've got 2 pieces of wood up.
That's it. We've got the first 2 in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're really tired. We are going to continue tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we had a pretty late start today. We'll really crack on tomorrow, won't we? And get quite a bit of this. I think it's one of those things like it's quite hard to get going with, but once you've got into the flow of it and you can see how the pattern works and stuff, we can just start getting it up. Because there's so much insulation, it's making it a little bit tricky, but I think it'll be fine.
We can do it. It's pretty flat as well.
Yeah.
The
ceiling is now pretty flat, yeah.
It's the curviest bit.
The hardest bit's the edges, isn't it?
Yeah, and then after that, should be pretty fast. Here we are. It's the next day. Gonna varnish some more of these slats and then probably get on with getting them up on the ceiling. Let's get varnishing. So yeah, we've arrived a bit earlier today. So whilst Emily's in the van doing some admin and such, I'm going to get these varnished and we're going to get on with this ceiling. Alright, that's done. So I think what I'm actually going to do is light the fire now to get some heat in here and help the varnish to dry.
Good morning. Quite cold.
Yeah, I'm about to light the fire.
You ready to get this ceiling done?
Yeah, I've already varnished the next pack.
Amazing. I don't know how much we're going to get done.
Lots.
Okay, good. Let's go. Are we having fun, Benny?
Yeah, as much fun as you can have with doing this, yeah.
I did not know it was going to be this hard.
Yeah.
We've spent so long getting one piece of wood in. You get one end in, and then the other end isn't in. Then you manage to get that end in, but then this one pops out. Okay, I know I said we were going to try and get this done today.
No,
oh, that went in. It's all gone back in. Okay, please can we screw it in place?
Yeah.
Also, in other news, we've decided on a name for the van.
Other news? It's the biggest news.
Alright, the biggest news. Well, a lot of people wanted the van to be called Van Morrison and
Van
Halen. A name that we really liked, and actually a lot of you suggested, I think, before. Are you ready? Are you ready, guys? Drum roll, Bunny, drum roll. Merlin! He's called Merlin.
Merlin!
We like it, you know, slightly whimsical, I guess, but also...
Oh, that's absolutely perfect now.
Has it gone in that side?
Yeah.
Hallelujah! Oh my god, it's in! Oh, the fire's going real nice. How much ceiling are we going to get done today?
We'll get all of these that we've varnished in.
That's only 10 pieces, Bunny.
Yeah, well...
Come on,
I
let's
think
do it.
we are. I'm not flipping He-Man. Even He-Man takes a break.
Okay, we are stopping for lunch. We've got a few bits up. That's looking good. It's going to be amazing. So excited. But we need to take all of the surrounds for the skylights off so that they can sit on top of the cladding. So we're going to have some lunch. Benny's eating his lunch off the wood burner.
Alright, well that is all the tongue and groove we're doing for today. Emily is making us some food and I think I'm gonna sweep up just to make it nice and tidy for when we return to carry on. Alright, let's get sweepy. Alright, well I've swept up, got it looking a bit tidier in here. I've also got out our next lengths of tongue and groove to get them varnished and ready to go. Well, it has been a challenging day today. I think it can be quite a satisfying job putting up this tongue and groove, but there's just when those fiddly bits come and get you and they frustrate you and then you've got a lot going on, it does get tough, but we have made it through and we have remained resilient and got it done what we wanted to for today. I also wanted to mention that I've got 2 gigs coming up. A week on Saturday in Belper, the 26th of April at Reunion Cafe. It's going to be a really beautiful evening. You can check it out via the link in the description to my music info. And then on Sunday I'm playing at the Golden Lion in Todmorden. It's a folk night. You can get tickets via the link in the description to my music pages and all that. So if you're in the area, if you're nearby and you fancy some wonderful live music, fancy saying hello, come along, come and say hi.
Hello folks.
Hello there.
So as you can see, we are in Ronnie. We are not at the build camp right now. That is it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. But we do have a little bit of an update, don't we?
That's right, yeah. We do. So we've discovered as we're doing this build that we're really struggling to get enough content out to make a video. Each job is taking a long time because there's a lot of area to cover in the van and we're just not having enough to make a concise video that makes sense, that's interesting enough, that's going to be up to our standards week to week.
Because we're up to date, aren't we?
Yeah.
Each video that you're seeing, we basically finish it the day before it goes out, pretty much.
Yeah, so this is going out tomorrow, we're filming it right now, and we're still editing it, so we're really only just on the cusp of getting it done when it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And also we've got our own lives happening, there's things going on in our lives. We're going to put out videos when we've got enough footage to put out a video whilst we're doing the build, so that it makes sense, but it might mean that there's going to be weeks where we don't put out a video.
Like next week.
But for the sake of our own sanity, mental health, and just general well-being, that's what we need to do. So I hope you can understand that we need to take care of ourselves.
We want to do a good job of this build, don't we?
Yeah, we don't want to be rushing it, so we got something to film.
Yeah, which is what has sort of been happening a little bit. Thank you so much again for watching, and we will see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, see you in a couple of weeks, everyone.
See you guys.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.